Perfect. Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Monday webinar, October 2nd. I have here with us Cesar Gomez and Angela Rodriguez. We're so happy. We're so excited to be here with every single one of you. And well, I just don't want to make this intro really long, so I just want to welcome Angela Rodriguez, who has prepared this amazing presentation for us. Hi, Angela.
Hello. Thank you, Cynthia. So welcome, everyone. We are in the month of October. I'm glad we have this webinar right at the start of this month so that we can get lots of new ideas for how to keep growing in your used business. So our agenda for today, and we can see my screen okay, right? Everything's showing up okay.
Yes.
So our agenda for today is going to be very focused on our new product that just came out. As you know, we normally get a special launch in October to help donate some funds for breast cancer awareness, research, etc. So we have a new product that just came out and we're very excited about that. We'll be talking a lot about that in today's webinar. And then for our tech tips, we have a special interview today, which I am so excited about. Maricarmen Armenta, one of our used consultants, is going to do a special interview with us about TikTok and just kind of some inspiration for the rest of us. She has already gained up to or over 21,000 followers on TikTok. She does an amazing job. She's an inspiration to us all, and she's going to share some of her wisdom and tips with us because I know a lot of you are interested in starting to use TikTok more to reach out to a more public audience and grow your used business and just that awareness. Remember that funnel we've been talking about? That's a great piece for starting to build awareness and interest in what we have to offer here at Used. So thank you all of you who are here live with us and joining us later in the recording as well. So today we're going to start with our new launch. Tell us in the chat a clap or a yay or something in the chat if you've already seen what it is, if you've already seen it in your email or from your team leader. We are so excited to be presenting this new shower gel. Because we have lots of bath essences, we have bath foams, things like that. But I always get really excited about shower gel. I personally do because I have very sensitive skin. And so it's either fragrance-free everything or naturally fragrance used products. It's the only thing my skin will be happy with. So I love it every time we get a new body wash because I love the aromatherapy and my skin actually can be happy even with aromas. Does anyone else have that where you want aroma in your day, but you can't just use artificially fragranced products, right? So that's a really good selling point for this product that we have as well. So I bring to you the Sasha Inchi and Sea Buckthorn Shower Oil. It's a tongue twister, it's a mouthful, but these are new ingredients for us and we're really excited to share a little bit more about them with you. So this is a delicate shower oil with nourishing restorative oils of Sacha Inchi and Sea Buckthorn. So it's highly moisturizing, provides an extraordinary sensation of softness and silkiness to the skin. This will be really good for these cold weather months that are coming up for a lot of us as well. So 3 benefits for this new shower oil is it cleanses our skin without drying, it moisturizes and nourishes in depth, and it regenerates our skin's protective barrier. So it's great because you get out of the shower and you already feel silky and hydrated, even before you put on other moisturizers. So a few key points to know about this new shower oil. We have 60% natural oils. Okay, so when it comes into contact with water, the shower oil transforms into a delicate foam. And for a lot of people, that sensory experience when you're washing up, like that's important, right? So you do get that delicate foam, and it gently cleanses and moisturizes your skin at the same time. It's rich in nutrients and lipid regulators, and it respects the nature of your skin. So it's going to help it stay balanced on its own, even while cleansing. The aroma has this beautiful combination of patchouli, sandalwood, neroli, orange, and these go right to your brain and you feel that difference right away. So I'm really excited to try this one. These are some of my favorite, and so they're some of the most potent, powerful aromas that we have, right? Your brain really responds to those. And so that's what the new shower oil looks like. We're really excited to start using it. Let us know if you've already ordered it, if it's in your cart, or if that's on your to-do list for today, right? So that you can start smelling it and explaining it and describing it to your customer base. So how are we going to share more information about this new launch? Think about different things that your different needs that your customers have for their own shower gel or this shower oil, right? So when their bathing needs or their skincare needs, what are those biggest needs that this is going to help meet? So here's a few more tips about it to help you answer some of those questions. It's for daily use. It does not leave an oily sensation on the skin. So it's called a bath oil, but like all use products, right? The oils are designed to work well with our skin. So it's not going to sit on top, right? It has an enveloping and sensual aroma, neutral pH, it's dermatologically tested, no artificial colors, 100% natural color comes from the beta carotene in sea buckthorn oil. It's not tested on animals, does not contain parabens, and it doesn't have TACCs. Some of the key ingredients, some of these ingredients are sort of new to us, right? Like we saw Sacha Inchi in some of our other more recent launches, but let's learn a little bit more about this key ingredient. So Sacha Inchi is originally from Peru. It's also called the Inca nut. For centuries, its oil was used as a beauty and natural healing ingredient. It's organically grown in Peru, certified by EcoCert and Natru. The oil is extracted from the seeds by cold pressing, and with its high content of omega-3, omega-6, and omega-9 fatty acids, it's great for our skin, right? So it also contains vitamins A and E. Does your skin feel softer just reading that sentence? Like those are things that our skin craves, especially when it's being demanding, when it's dry, when the temperatures are extreme, etc. It preserves the lipid balance of our skin and our skin barrier, and it promotes the regeneration of the epidermis, or that outer layer of our skin, improves healing and reduces inflammation. So its benefits for the skin, it's antioxidant, which means it's helping to combat some of the environmental factors that messes with our skin cells, right? It regenerates the skin's natural barrier. It prevents dehydration. It increases the elasticity of our skin, makes it softer, more flexible. It promotes the healing of damaged skin if you've been out in the sun too long, or it's been, subjected to the elements for too long. It lubricates and hydrates our skin, promotes cell regeneration, regulates our pH, and is indicated for sensitive, dehydrated, and dry skin. Like I said, if you have a customer base that is concerned about sensitive skin and how their skin reacts to things, these are the kinds of products we want to talk to them about, because the options are so sad out there. If you cannot use artificial fragrances, if your skin reacts to that, this is where Used comes in and gives us products that smell great, feel great, are good for our skin, and don't mess with sensitive skin. We always want to do that product testing, especially if people are like chemically sensitive, but this is a good selling point for this new shower oil that's just come out. One of the other key ingredients is sea buckthorn. So it's a thorny shrub with small orange fruits on it. It's so cute, isn't it? It's native to Central Asia and grows in bright places along the coast and in sandy soils. In ancient Greece, it was used to give more shine to the horse's skin, and in France, on the wool of sheep for the same purpose, so really to protect their coat. Its fruits are rich in minerals and vitamin C, and its oil contains a high concentration of vitamins A and E, and it's rich in unsaturated fatty acids. So again, these are all things that our skin really craves and really responds well to. Its absorption into the skin is very effective. So again, we're not having just these ingredients sit on top of our skin. It's going to absorb and start working its magic in the layers of our skin. So it's a thorny shrub. Oh, did I already skip that? Okay, here. Some benefits for the skin with sea buckthorn is it has a life-giving action on the skin due to its high content of vitamins A and E and its fatty acids. It helps retain moisture, regenerates and repairs epithelial cells, helps recover elasticity, protects against premature aging, soothes, softens, protects the skin, and ideal nutrition for very dry and sensitive skin. Again, this is a key audience for this product, are people with dry and sensitive skin. Okay, so how are we going to get rolling with this whole outreach with this new launch product? There are product materials like the training document, the manual, and other promotional resources that are going to be available very soon in your app. So this just came out, right, with our October new products. So be watching your app. These are normally found, you can search for the products in your resources tab on your consultant app, but I believe, and Cesar or Cynthia, correct me on this, they will be found in the products folder, right? So you'll go into your consultant app, resources, products, and there will be a folder for them there.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. So they'll be really easy to find, but there's always promotional tools as well as like really cool videos and things like that that you can use to post with your own wording to continue to talk about this product. So some tools you'll see are the training document that goes through the ingredients, the uses, the yield, the specific indications that we give to our customers. So definitely become an expert on the product by using that training document. There's a digital flyer for you to share with your customers that kind of explains the key. Oh, thank you, Cesar. In the chat, we've got the specific app direction, materials or resources, product folder, code 42222. Okay, thank you. So we have the digital flyer is available there. We have this solidarity project, like the project going on right now where it's $4 for every one of these that we sell. $4 will be donated to the Narrow Gate, which is helping support people who are going through cancer treatments. So that it goes for a really good purpose. This is why we do this in the month of October when we're talking about breast cancer awareness, self-exams, and things like that. And for social media, you'll also find a variety of tools already made for you that you can post to your stories. You can use in reels, you can use in posts, etc. You'll want to make them interactive, make them connect with your audience, add your own personal touch. But there are lots of materials available. So start using those every day, promote this because you're trying to build awareness and interest for this brand new product. Okay. So any questions, tell me in the chat, what are you most excited about with the new launch shower oil? And maybe just a quick I will statement. What are a few things that, what's at least one thing you're going to do for this new product launch this week? And we're going to write that on our to-do list, but right now in the chat, write a quick I will statement. What are you going to do to share the message about this brand new launch? So I'm going to write one as well to make sure I give you enough time to do it. You even hear my typing? I'm doing this with you. So we're all in the chat. We're all sharing. I will do something to help with the outreach for this new product and build that awareness and interest. It's important to make those to-do lists. I feel like I struggle to get things done when I don't make a specific list of things I have to do. So what is something you're putting on your to-do list for this week or even today, right now, after our webinar, that you are going to do for our new launch? Some of you might be writing it just right on your to-do list, but also add an idea in the chat. It's good for your brain to feel focused and dedicated to that mission that you have today. Okay. All right, so I'm really excited about this new launch and all the materials available to help us get it up and running. Now, and I know that was kind of a fast first section of our webinar, but we wanted to leave plenty of time for our special interview with Maricarmen Armenta. So I'm going to stop share. And we'll start getting ready for our interview because I wanted to make sure we have plenty of time and so that you have time to ask her questions. Raise your hand in the chat if you have been thinking about using TikTok more for your used business. It is a great tool for us to reach out to more people. Let's see, stop share. Okay, and to really start connecting with a wider audience, right? So something, if we do talk to family and friends and things like that about our products, but it's even more beneficial for your business to reach out on a more public sphere. So Maricarmen Armenta, hi Maricarmen. So we're going to do this special interview with you today because we've been discussing social media and the impact that it can have on our business in terms of reaching new people. And we're thrilled to have Maricarmen, who has been able to really break out of her comfort zone and explore new things in the digital world. And we just want to ask her some questions about the challenges that we face or that we expect to face as we're working on TikTok to kind of get that outreach started. So hello, Maricarmen, thank you for being with us and for helping all the used consultants who are listening today. So let's start with the fact that you've already surpassed 21,300 followers on TikTok. I mean, wow. Can we all just do like a quick clap, like either in the chat or just from home? Like that is amazing. But you did start at 0 one day, right? You started from scratch
Yeah.
one day, with no posts, with no followers. So can you tell us about that moment and the weeks leading up to it? I mean, you were recognized at the 2023 National Conference for being in the top 5 in personal sales, the top 5 in personal recruits. I mean, this is amazing. So can you just tell us a little bit about that process? Like, let's start with, like, what was the trigger that made you say, I want to start making TikToks? And what was going through your mind as you started it, right? Like, did you have any doubts? Did you have any questions? Were you feeling nervous about anything? Like, what was that like when you decided to start doing this process?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for all your words. But I think to start, I was, well, my son started to show me some fun videos only. And well, it's how I know TikTok is there. Then one day he showed me a great recipe, and then the next, and we start to try it. I opened the application because I start to see there are very good information, and that's true. This is the time when I follow a lot of experts in different issues, different things, doctors, a lot of good information for me, for my family and my business. Then like only being there is really good, but like creator, I start with a lot of fears for the haters, I never take a selfie before, and then I start only taking pictures, well, selfies, and taking pictures of my products and start to do something. But it's only like I start, no showing my face, of course. Sometimes my voice, but oh, my voice, I never heard my voice before. But it's only like this, trying to be fun, you know, like a different toy.
Yeah, right. I feel like you made a lot of good points with that too. Is like, so we think of TikTok as like, okay, there's the funny, entertaining, like goofy reels, right? But there's also the whole informative side of TikTok, of like, whether it's recipes, whether it's life tips. There's a whole world of just these little snippets of information that people find really relevant, right? Like I've seen, so our youth consultants have a really big presence on TikTok, which is great. There's also just like parenting tips. There's life, there's like self-care tips. There's a whole world of really helpful information that you get during your downtime, right? So TikTok is usually something that we do in our downtime, right? We're trying to relax, we're trying to let loose, we're trying to be entertained. So it's a really cool opportunity to join that sphere, whether it's for the funny, the funny entertaining pieces and those informative pieces. So cool. Thank you so much for that. And, and I feel like the whole like starting to take videos and selfies of yourself, or even putting your own voice recording on things, is terrifying at first, right? Oh my gosh. When I am normally a Spanish teacher when I'm working full time, right? And I used to have those same things of like, we'd have to make a video for something. I'd be like, oh, is that what my voice sounds like? Or is that what I look like from that angle? But you really get used to it, don't you? Do you feel like after those first few rounds, you're like, yeah, this is what I sound like. This is what I look like. And that's okay.
Yeah, well, I think the worst were for my children. What they are going to say. They are adults, young people, but adults, and they have no filter. Everything they are feeling, they say. The other way, a lot of creators are really young people. Well, when I was starting. And the third, nobody in my family is showing in social media right now their activities, sometimes only between family, but not only like this. Then I start to ask my children, and thanks God, they say, "Oh, mommy, really?" Well, was the first good thing. At the end, their friends was important too, but when they say yes, is yes.
So they approve of your content. They were excited about your
Yeah,
channel, just like, oh, that's
yeah,
good.
and with
You're
the
the
first,
influencer of the family.
Yes.
yeah,
So you're
they are,
basically the only person in your family who has the public outreach kind of social media, right? Like everyone else just uses it to like keep in touch with friends and family.
yeah, but
Yeah.
let me tell you, our tutorial from just 2 years ago was really good. I start to be open for all the tips they recommend to do, or the homework to learn something, and I start to do everything.
Mhm.
I remember to say, doesn't matter what I know right now, everything is new for me, and
Yeah.
try to do all the recommendations. And with the first viral video, my mind exploded.
Yes, and that's so motivating, isn't it? Like you get through, like you said, like that first step is like, well, I don't know, I'm not an expert at this but I'm going to try. Like I love that fearlessness about your take on it is like I might not know all the things right now, but I'm going to start small. I'm going to give it a try, and I'm going to build from there. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And like you said, you learn something new and you're like, all right, I'm going to try it. That's an awesome mindset to have to keep growing and learning new things. So when you were getting started, how did you prepare for it? So you had the tutorials from the company, like from Used or from the Used team that were helping you to get started. Did you have any other outside sources that were helping you get prepared to start making your TikToks or to keep changing how you were making your TikToks?
Yeah, I think I start exactly with the tutorials from the company.
Okay.
And I love that. And in TikTok, I'm follow a lot of experts. You know, some of them are giving tips for to talk in camera, to the about the light, where you can get better conditions. But I think at the end is trying everything. The situation with the camera, I start to be like a free product. Try and try and trying and trying, and every time I could get more confidence. I think this is the way.
So you find that just by practicing and being confident on camera, that's more important than having the perfect lighting, the perfect background, right? Like it's just feeling confident in what you're doing. I feel like that's a really big thing of those trainings. I follow a lot of people too who talk about, the setup and how to tell your story and how to organize yourself before you make a video. But one of the biggest things is just like, you should just be able to like look at your camera, pretend it's a human being and connect with them, right? And I feel like that's one of your strengths, obviously, to have so many followers. People are connecting with you really well. So, well, that's awesome. So you do use, you continue to grow and learn about different ways to kind of develop your TikToks and your presence on TikTok, right? And I think that's a good idea to reach out to other sources and get that input. But yes, I think just having a connection, and you can be yourself and have a connection with so many people. I think that's magical. And it's so fun to feel like you're connecting with that many people out in the world, right? Like that's such a cool feeling.
And I think it's like everything in the world. When you want to play guitar or you play piano or to speak English, is I know I'm going to improve only practicing the most time I can, or every day minimum. But I remember to start to do a video, finishing, posting, and saying, oh, I forgot something. Let me do it again. That's why, but it's free. And
Yeah.
at the end, I think that was exactly the success.
Mm-hmm. To not be afraid to just go for it and try again the next time. I love that. I think that's a very good mindset, because I think it can be, we start to lose our motivation if we worry too much about every detail. Every video has to be perfect, everything, right? You can post one day and then you can post a little bit differently the next day. Like, you can keep improving over time. And I think that's an important mindset, to not get frustrated with it. Is like,
Oh,
it doesn't
no,
have to be perfect, right? So yeah, that's a
no,
very
there are
good mindset.
no bad videos. All of them are working.
Mhm.
If I remember once my cat jumped on the table and all the products fall, and you know the sound, and I was all the situation, but I was in live, I think in Facebook,
Uh-huh.
and was viral.
Oh, with the cats.
Yeah,
Cats
with
maybe
the
even
cat,
helped
with
it.
all
Uh-huh.
the situation.
Yeah.
I was really nervous because I tried to get back, but only with one product, because all of them was around. Was
And it's
really fun.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's fun.
yeah,
And for them to see you laugh it off and just keep on going and like kind of like be like, oh well, that's my cats, right? Like, I feel like that's even those moments are good for connecting with people, because they're like, oh, this is like a real person. This is a regular person. I try to do that, like when my kids, sometimes I'm making videos and you can hear my kids like yelling in the
of
background
course.
too. And I'm like, and this is why I use anti-stress. Like, it's just part of our life, and it's okay for them to see those little
Exactly.
snippets of our reality. So even if it's cats knocking over your products, you can be like, oh, these sturdy containers that didn't even break open was they got dumped on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. I love that. So they don't have to be perfect. And sometimes the least perfect videos are the ones that go viral. Okay. So obviously, to get here, you said you post every day at least, to keep practicing these systems. Can you tell us a little bit more about your consistency and discipline in your process with this? So how many days a week do you work on it? What routines do you have before you start working on your TikToks? What's your system?
Well, I remember to write in my bus
Mhm,
in the agenda every day, make a video only,
mhm, mhm.
and that's I don't like to say discipline, because I was really fun. I
Mhm.
try to be, is my playtime.
Yeah.
I don't know, every day I was discovering, oh, I can write something, let me try. Oh, I can change color, let me try. I was playing. I think is exactly what everybody can start playing. Don't worry, don't worry.
Yeah. And I think that comes across in your videos, is that you're having fun, right? So if you feel like, oh, I have to make this video, or oh, I have to do like that, that energy comes across in our videos, right? So for you to have that mindset of like, I'm going to do this fun thing and check out some new tools for my video today. All of that energy comes through when you are presenting on camera as well. So, and I think, like you said, your boss, your agenda, right? Your planner, your plan for the day, having those things written down is so important. I do that like when during the webinar, if I'm mentioning something like, oh yeah, I have to put that on my own to-do list. Like having
Yeah.
a list and structure is going to keep you moving, because literally the life can take up every single moment of our day, like just other things in life. Right now I stay home with my kids and I work part-time jobs, and it's like, wow, the minutes are gone. So setting aside those specific minutes, having a specific list of your priorities is really important, because you are your own boss. You set your agenda, and you are your own boss, and you determine your own success. So thank you for that. And what other testimonials or lessons of love have you experienced? So things that really made you say, like those aha moments, or those big lessons learned as you were practicing all of these tips and tricks.
Well, I think it's really lovely and helping to continue doing when the people is sharing with you the benefits they start to have after the recommendation. And they write sometimes, or they start to be following and sharing with more people. I remember once one of is a husband of one user calling me only to say thank you because his wife started to be cooking and eating in family because she was resting with a big problem in her legs. And I say, well, I was really surprised because he take the time to call me only to say thank you so much. But every day, people is really attent and taking notes and trying to ask for small details because they know we are there.
Perfect. Yeah. And how motivating is that as well to just be like, wow, so I made a difference. Just these videos are making a difference for people so that they can continue to cook for their family and stay active and do those things that if they're dealing with some of those chronic issues. And, you know, in our reality is a lot of times we have a chronic issue and the answer that we get is like, oh, that's normal. There's nothing we can do. And for you to have some other alternatives and complementary therapies that you can offer to them can really enrich people's lives. So that's perfect. And I'm happy that you get those happy notes. I'm happy people take the moment to say thank you because that means that it's made a big difference. Perfect. So Maricarmen, do you have anything else that you would like to add? Any other words of advice you'd like to add before we open up for questions and answers?
Sure. I don't know, only to add, if it's free, if you are going for all the country, if the people is waiting for you, I think is the most great motivation to be there with first or no, because at the end, I'm sure this is not eternal. This is for today. I'm going to be there. I don't know if tomorrow something happens, I'm losing more than everybody. Doesn't matter. Today is a good day to be there, to share in all the good information. You are helping us to get everything, to share the information, and that's it.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Go there. Yeah, they are waiting for you.
Yes. And you know what? They could be watching silly dance videos or they could be learning how to take better care of themselves. And that's another good thing to think about. It's like this platform has a little of everything, but there are people who are out there looking for helpful information to improve their lives. And that's what we as youth consultants are trying to share. And we can be entertaining and we can be fun and we can bring joy to their lives, but we're bringing them this really helpful information that, you know, fills in a lot of gaps that social media sometimes leaves. And I feel like that's a really good purpose for us all to have as well. Well, thank you. And we're going to open it up to some questions and answers. Cynthia, are we going to open up mics as well if anyone wants to ask their question in person, or do we want to do it via the chat?
Yes, we can do that. Just let me know in the chat if you have any question and I'll make sure that you can open your mic. I don't know if we have any questions.
I do have one, but I want to give other people a chance to
maybe later if they start, they can.
Yeah, also if you have any questions, you can just send them to me on email and we will answer them for you.
Yes, we're going to try to get Maricarmen back for a part 2 so we can answer some FAQs as needed as well. Maricarmen, can I ask you one question while we still have you here today? So my question is, do you have like a scripted format that when you make your videos, you always do the same kind of thing at the end or at the beginning and at the end? Or do you have like a structure that you follow in all your TikToks, or does it just vary from day to day, from video to video?
Well, one of the most important is don't say hi. Don't say your name. Nobody's going to be connecting.
You lose them,
if
right?
You start hi. No, it's a lot of time. I used the 15 seconds an option, and sometimes no using the 15, sometimes shorter, but going to the point directly.
You make your
Or-
videos and you share
Yeah.
the information that is going to get that potential client and just like get them involved in that world in just what, 10, 12 seconds, and then that's it.
So like a hook phrase, a question, like you just get to the point, give the tip. And so I'm guessing you're not giving like a full tutorial. You're giving like one tip at a time, like one tip per TikTok. Is that usually how you organize it?
Well, one of the other is speak clear, but in 15 seconds you can have long time. But don't be running, because sometimes the words are getting one on other. Try to be given the complete words, or well, the idea, but clear, and the open your mouth if you can, but don't worry, at the end is only to for the clarity, you know, that's it. But I think I'm not selling products. Is the recommendation, the therapeutic benefit, my experience. The people needs to be start connecting with you. No, I don't want to manipulate the other. I want to connect with the age, with the situation, with the being mother or whatever, but it's connecting. The cells are coming by sure. Don't worry. But this is exactly because the videos are going to be there to be seeing a lot of times. Getting and sharing information, and that's it.
Yes, I think those are great tips of it's short, to the point, concise and clear, right? And then, like you said, like that information is going to stay there. It's not like they have to catch it on they can replay it, they can read the description, they can do, right? There's information to be found. They ask you questions, I'm guessing, yeah.
And one of very important, really very important, is not, well, I'm reading the information, but with emotions. No
monotone.
It's not a reading test. If you say something like this, is really like talking with you, seeing your expression, you are seeing my expression. I'm talking with only one people. If you have something, and that's it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think people really respond to that, obviously, since they're following you and want more. So that's perfect. I'm so happy for you and that your system is working. And we hope we can have you back maybe next week for part 2, if we can ask some more questions. Yes, because this is so helpful. And I feel like for those of us who have been on a TikTok journey already and are trying to kind of reset and revamp, or people who are trying it for the first time, these are all really helpful tips. And we appreciate your expertise and your inspiration as we work on this journey. Thank you so much, Maricarmen. A yay or an applause in the chat for her time and expertise and success that she's had with this method of sharing our youth mission with so many people. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I will go back to just our last few quick announcements. And like I said, hopefully we'll be back with some more TikTok information for you next week as well. Okay, so our call to action for this week, those of you who have your to-do list out, your boss, your planner is out and ready to go. Just make sure that you write yourself a note to follow up on invites for your respiratory care workshop for early October. So that's what we started to do last year, start to plan that. We always have these incentives for the first 7 days of the month. Try to get that in right now so you can meet that goal for our incentive from October 1st to the 7th. And also get that new launch shower gel, the shower oil, and try it. learn about it, use the resources to start spreading the word and gaining attention and interest from your customer group or your public customer base, so that we start building awareness, and that will lead to sales, which leads to more donations for breast cancer research and awareness. Okay, and so thank you those of you who joined us live and who are catching our recording. Check your to-do list, update it, and we'll continue with a few time-sensitive reminders for those of you who are here with us live.